Hi friends. So today, I'm going to discuss about forging defects. So as you know, forging is a metal forming process or metal working process. So which may convert from one form to another form in presence of heat and compressive force, right? So in forging defects, so according to the forging defect, so title. So in any metal forming process, so generally we will come to know, so we may come across so various defects. So that may be due to the either it may be design aspect or so manual error, or it may be so due to the so somewhat temperature, right? So according to the forging defect, so let us discuss so one by one. So very first defect is cold shet. Name itself cold shet, right? So material will be suddenly so that will be get cold and shut down so in between the two halves of the so that particular forging die. So why? So we are going to consider, or we are going to come to know, so for the cold shet defect, so that is due to the so in generally so in forging process it required so little bit temperature or recrystallization, above recrystallization or below recrystallization temperature, and so there should be proper design. So very important consider, design should be properly considered, right? So due to the improper temperature or so poor design of the that particular two halves or die, so which may causes the cold shet. So due to the cold shet, so that particular forged material so that will be shet so at the center or so any so one end of the so that particular die, two halves of the dies. So that is the main important type of the defect, cold shet, due to the temperature, either it may be excess temperature or improper temperature, as well as die design, poor die design, that is important, poor die design, right? So there may be misalignment of the that particular two halves or so improper clearance between the two halves, so which may cause the cold shet. So next important, die shift. Die shift, so that is mainly design aspect. So due to the poor die design or improper alignment of the two halves. For example, just go through the figure. So improper alignment of the so this particular two halves, right, top half and bottom half, so which may causes the die shift, shifting of the die towards one side, that is due to the misalignment between the top half and bottom half, which may causes the die shift directly. So that will be effect on the so final shaped component or forged component. Unfilled section, so name itself unfilled section. So next defect is unfilled section. So name itself unfilled section. So suppose I want so pentagon shape or hexagon shape, right? So after forging process, so you may get the so another shape, that is due to the unfilled section. So main causes for unfilled section is due to the improper temperature. So what we are going to maintain the improper temperature during forging process or during heating process, above recrystallization temperature or below recrystallization temperature, so that may directly affect on the unfilled section. So if we are going to maintain the improper temperature as well as wrong design means so improper parting line or improper flash getter, so which may directly affect on the unfilled section. Main important consideration is improper temperature. So generally in forging process, so most of the defects are due to the improper temperature as well as die design. So improper temperature, which may cause the solidification of the material at the center of the any side, so any one side of the that particular type. So next another one more defect is overheating defect. Name itself overheating defects, very important consideration. Overheating defect means so name itself overheating, so which may absorb the atmospheric air, so which may directly causes the oxidation. Name itself oxidation, right? So unwanted air or excess air, so atmospheric air will be come in contact with the heated metal and which may causes the oxidation. So formation of the scales or formation of the cracks over the surface of the forged component. Then finally, so that particular forged component will be considered as the defective component. So that is the defective main type of defect, overheating defect. So due to the overheating, excess heating, so required temperature for example is 50 degree. So if the heated temperature is above 900 to 950 degrees Celsius, which may cause the oxidation effect. So next is flakes. Flakes means, so that is due to the internal rupture, so or due to the rapid cooling. After forging process, directly we are going to cool the, so that particular workpiece, so in a water. So directly we are going to suddenly cool the heated or forged component in a water. So which may causes the, so flakes. Flakes means rupture in internal surface of the component. For example, so this is forged component, shape of the forged component. So outer surface, so this outer surface will be rapidly cooled, suddenly cooled. So when the workpiece is directly dipped in water, but so center surface of the workpiece will be cooled slowly. So which may cause us the flakes. So the name of the defect is flakes. So which may generate the internal cracks or so generate the residual stresses. We may call it as the residual stresses. The internal stresses, due to the internal stresses, flakes will be formed at the center of the workpiece. That is due to the improper cooling after heating, after forging. So when the specimen is directly dipped in water, due to the improper cooling process, which may cause the flakes. So you can call it as internal stresses. Also you can call it as internal stresses or residual stresses. Scale pits. Scale pits means, so due to the overheating or improper heating process. So next, another one important consideration is, so during forging process, so if the surface of the, so that particular work material not cleaned properly, so if there is a dust particles or unwanted contaminations or impurities over the surface of the work surface, right? So after forging process, after heating around the recrystallization temperature around 1100 degree, then we are going to apply the external force or compressive force over the work surface, and then we are going to convert from one shape to another shape or one form to another form. After forging process, so formation of the scale pits. Scale pits means, so this is forged surface, so another one more layer or surface. So this we are going to call as the scale pits. So this is due to the improper cleaning of the component, improper cleaning of the raw material before forging process, or improper cleaning of the, so that particular dies, forging dies, which may cause us or which will form the scale pits over the surface of the that particular work surface, right? So which may leads to defective component or which results defective components. So these are the most common type forging defect what we come to know during forging process. Either it may be due to the improper design, or either it may be due to the improper temperature, maintaining the improper temperature, or either it may be due to the improper cleaning of the work surface, or either it may be due to the overheating of the work surface, right? So apart from this, so due to the forging defect, so we are going to consider another one more important consideration, that is residual stresses, right? Residual stresses means, so due to the residual stresses, so why we are going to consider residual stresses means, residual stress in forging process. Residual stress in forging, so name itself residual stresses. So it is an internal stress developed during forging process. During forging process means, so forging can be performed in presence of heat and compressive force, right, around 1000 to 1100 degrees Celsius. Whereas after forging process, workpiece will be suddenly dipped in water, right? So workpiece will be suddenly dipped in water. Then what will happen? Surface of the workpiece will be get suddenly cooled or rapidly cooled. Only surface of the workpiece will be rapidly cooled, right? So we may get the hard surface due to the rapid cooling, martensite or cemented structure. Whereas center of the workpiece will be cooled slowly. It takes so little bit more time compared to surface of the workpiece. then what will happen? So due to the slow cooling at the center surface, or due to the slow cooling process at the center of the object, it takes more time compared to outermost layer, so which may causes the, or it may develop internal stresses due to the rapid cooling at the outer surface and slow cooling at center surface and rapid cooling at outer surface and center surface. Due to the rapid slow cooling at center surface, which may causes the internal surface or center of the object, which may causes internal stresses, right? This internal stress we are going to call it as residual stresses, right? So which may causes the defective component, or so this residual stress which may result or leads to increase ductility of the forged component, or so which may reduce the overall performance or life of the forged component. That's why, so we are going to consider it as the defective component due to the internal stresses or residual stresses. Then how to overcome this residual stresses or internal stresses? It is very clear. So how to cool the specimen throughout the surface of the particular given component properly. Slowly we have to cool that particular specimen or work surface. So in a water or so any type of quenching media, slowly, properly we have to cool the specimen throughout the surface, so which may come out from the residual stresses, or which may reduce the internal stresses, as well as minimize or reduce or overcome the problem with ductility, right? Thank you.